My friends, on February 11th, 2013, history was made with the announcement of the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI. Another element of history was made on the very same day because on February 11th, the Holy Father released a letter in which he invokes Our Lady as the Mediatrix of All Graces. Now, this is certainly significant. It is significant because it's the first time he uses the term Mediatrix of All Graces. It's not the first time he teaches the doctrine of the Mediatrix of All Graces. He did so in a May 11, 2007 canonization of a Brazilian Franciscan, where he talks about the necessary mediation of Mary for each and every grace. Some news agencies reported this in a way that could give the impression that the popes rarely use the title or have rarely taught the doctrine, or even that the doctrine has not been taught since before the Second Vatican Council. And apart from good intentions in publicizing the event, let's set the record straight. First of all, that popes since the late 19th century, up and including Pope Benedict XVI, have used the title Mediatrix of All Graces, or the doctrine of the fact that each and every grace merited by Jesus and secondarily merited by Our Lady as the co-redemptrix are brought to us, are given to us, are dispensed to us through the intercession of Mary. Now, it is true that the popes that come from the time of Leo XIII up to the Second Vatican Council teach it explicitly. The Second Vatican Council just uses the title Mediatrix, but then you have Pope John Paul II's pontificate. And on no less than 7 explicit times, Pope John Paul II teaches that Mary is Mediatrix of All Graces and uses that specific term. So it's not new for conciliar popes to call Our Lady the Mediatrix of All Graces. 2 other occasions he calls Our Lady the Mother of All Graces, and dozens of times he teaches the doctrine of Marian mediation. So, if that's the case, if we had the teaching of Our Lady as Mediatrix of All Graces as an official papal teaching before the Council, and then the Council uses the term Mediatrix, and then John Paul brings a further development of the teachings of the Council, and again uses Mediatrix of All Graces, only to be crowned by Pope Benedict, most recently using Mediatrix of All Graces. Where's the significance? The significance is this, my friends, that as the Holy Father is leaving as Vicar of Christ on earth, that he would have the name Mediatrix of All Graces in his pontificate, I think tells us 2 things. One is, it's in his heart as something he appreciates and something he does not hesitate to use and teach to the faithful. Number 2, it sets a platform, a foundation for the next Holy Father to perhaps make that solemn definition. It's at least a positive advancement for the solemn definition of Our Lady's universal mediation of all graces, which is based on her role as co-redemptrix and is brought to fruition in her role as advocate. So I encourage you, pray daily for the conclave, of course, asking the Holy Spirit to come down powerfully through the Immaculate Heart of Mary to choose the Pope that the Holy Spirit wants, the best possible Holy Father for the Church and the world at this time. Secondly, pray the prayer of the Lady of all Nations for the proclamation, the solemn definition of Our Lady's mediation of all graces, as well as her role as co-redemptrix mediatrix. Why? Because she's told us that without the proclamation, we will not have peace. All of us, my friends, want peace. Peace in our families, peace in neighborhoods and societies throughout the world. We're not going to get it until we acknowledge where it comes from. From Jesus, through his mother, the Mediatrix of All Graces. This is Mark Miravalle with Mcast. Thanks for being with us. God bless.